Jay. And I know that Gary Renard also calls him Jay. So I thought that was pretty cool. So Jay and I would have these conversations all the time. And I start the day with just thanking him for being the first to awaken and demonstrating, resurrection and ascension. Wow. Because the minute I heard about Jesus resurrecting, I remember having this terrible guilty feeling, and I voiced it to my Catholic priest, who looked at me with total shock and horror, made me go to the back of the church, do 50 Hail Marys and 50 Our Fathers in order to, and like wash your mouth out with soap. I said to him, well, if Jesus could do that, why can't we? What? Oh my God, you can't. Whoa, where you kid? You can't say that. I'm 9 years old. Why not? And it was around about that time that I had my first angelic experience, when I met this being called Uriel, okay, which is all just illusion. Anyway, so I thank Jesus to be the first to awaken. I thank him for the Course in Miracles. I thank the crazy lady for writing the book, and then I thank him, that he's never left, and I thank Holy Spirit for being in my awareness, and I thank God that he's God, that it's God, and that I'm part of that, and I've never left, and then I feel great. Then I go, no matter what I'm going to do today, okay, I'm still in God. And then I set the intention. I often read from the Course, and I set the intention, and I choose to be vigilant with my thoughts, and I choose to. Now, at one stage when I started doing this, if ever a negative thought came up, I would push the thought aside. I bought into the idea, control your thoughts, or your thoughts control you. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. They love to teach that in the self-help stuff. Control your mind, or your mind controls you. You've heard that before, okay? My form of control is simply observe the thoughts. And if they want to attach to me, I say, who's thinking up these thoughts? Okay, I don't buy into the story. If it's a story of someone said something to me, or someone acted like a twat, just don't buy into it. Don't, especially the history. If it wants to attach to something that happened in the past and bring it into now, and you'll see that behind that history is fear. So don't buy into the fear. And then I make the statement, in my defense system, my strength lies. Okay. And then something that I chose just over about a year ago is I chose the path of least resistance. I chose a path of effortless joy, peace, and happiness. I chose that. It's a conscious decision. It doesn't all have to be a struggle. So whenever something comes up, offer no resistance to what is. Be present, okay? Offer gratitude willingly. Now, tonight, some of you may have come here with a certain expectation that hopefully I was going to discuss a certain subject. For example, I'm using it as an example. Now, imagine you came here and you were now disappointed because you were expecting to hear something. That would move you immediately into resistance, and actually what you wanted to hear may actually be in my talk. But because you were expecting it to happen in a certain way, you'll miss it, because the minute you go into resistance, you miss what's out there. And very often, it's in the challenging times that the truth comes through. Okay. And then this is the only thing I ask of God. Okay. I ask to be shown. Where would you, the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, where would you have me be? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? How would you have me act? Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Make me an instrument of your joy. Make me an instrument of your love. Okay. And if someone needs their ass kicked, I can do that too, if you want me to, and without any attachment. And ask to be shown. And here is importantly, and this is so important. This is so important. I can't stress this enough. Okay. You will only be asked to follow your nature. You will only be asked to follow that which is your passion. Okay. Your passion comes natural to you. In your passion is your nature, and your nature is your God. Okay. And it will be effortless when you do what you love. When you do what you love, you'll never work a single day in your life. Okay. And that is the passion. Pass I on. You know, this is when you share all of you with the rest of the world. So you're sharing. Imagine you're a piece of the puzzle, okay? And you're on this big board. In order to complete the puzzle, you need to share the piece. You can't hide the piece. You can't finish the puzzle. It could be a 10,000 piece puzzle. If one piece is missing, the puzzle is incomplete, right? And that's what the experience of God must feel like to God. I'm using human expression because one piece of the puzzle is turned upside down. Okay? So although the puzzle piece is there, it's never left, it doesn't complete the picture of God. I like that analogy. I've just made it up. I must use it again. I get quite excited when I come up with stuff like that, you know. I'd never built a puzzle in my life, but I can just imagine the kind of people that enjoy puzzles, you know. So you can imagine this. You built this massive tapestry, and there's one piece upside down, and you know you've just got to turn it and slot it back in. That's really where we are. Okay, so then I got to this point, and I want to stop sharing for a little while. And I've just said